Black Friday, I went to every store and I did not find one store that had 55 Buick parts or automotive paint on sale. So what am I going to do then? I'm going to work on the 55. A little noisy, the furnace just kicked on. I forgot to do this door gap. Thought I'd done it. So I guess today's the day. Just a little bit at the top there. The rest of it looks good. I had it all marked out and I thought I'd done it and I didn't. So that's my project for the day, and if I have time I'm going to make another door stand. And it gets one step closer to getting some paint on this old girl. So let's get after it. Well, the first round is pretty ugly. The basic idea is to get some material stuck to the edge and where you want to weld it. Started out a little crude, got a little bit better. So what I'm going to do now is just lightly grind it, see where I'm at, and then add another layer, and that I can actually hold the power to it a little bit longer. Now that I got some built up, I don't want to burn through the two layers where that metal is crimped. I just want to lay something on top. So it's ugly, but that's how you got to start out. And we'll move on. It's already getting a little bit better. Actually put too much on here. I got to grind that off. This is looking pretty good here. Gap. A little wide here yet. This looks pretty good. Wide. Wide. That's pretty close. A little tight there and a little wide there. So the nice part is the second time you go over it, you can actually almost, I don't like welding a full bead because of warpage. I'll just go a little bit and stop. But I got enough on there now that I don't have to worry about burning through the thin sheet metal layers. So it's come along pretty good. Okay, that was my third pass with the welder. And I think I got it close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cool down. And I'm going to spend some time carefully grinding and test fitting until I get the gap right. And if I have any low spots, I'll fill them in. And then I'll work on the front, or the outside, and the inside, because you got to get that curve around the metal to make it look like it's a curved piece of metal, not just a welded blob. So that'll take a little while. The goal is to have all metal on the edge with just paint on it, not Bondo. That's my goal. Small little specks is not a big deal, but I'm talking about you're not going to want to fill in the actual edge to make it straight with Bondo. So, well, I've been at it probably an hour and a half. I got a lot done here. I'm going to take a break and I'll come back and I'll start grinding. All right, get ready. And my goal is just to get the gap kind of where I want it. Still high here, high, a little bit there, and then I'll perfect it. So it's getting closer. I'm just going to keep working on it. Okay, what I did here, I like to see exactly what the gap looks like, and it's really hard to do that when you got different colored bare metals and all that stuff. So what I did, I just cleaned it quick. I shot some primer on there that's the same as what's on there before, just so I could get a look at that gap. And I think I pretty much got it. I mean, a little tiny bit of trimming I need to do here and there. But overall, the gap is even all the way down. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Obviously, you know, I got some trim work to do on there. But it's looking really good. Then another couple hours of grinding and filing. And I'm ready to slap some filler on there. Well, I slapped the old mud on there. I got way more on there than I need. But also put a little bit back there just to even out any little pits. So when that dries, I'll get that blocked off and we'll see what she looks like. I roughed out the first coat of filler with some really coarse grit. And now I put a glazing over it to fill in the sand scratches. And I'll block that out with some finer grit and see where I'm at. And then we'll put some primer surfacer on it and we'll block it out. Well, it's after supper now. I did get a coat of primer on it. So at this point, I'm happy with the gap. Get this out of here. There we go. It looks so much better. And this door at this point can be removed. It is going to get one more blocking with guide coat for any small imperfections. But other than that, it is done. My next step would be to build another one of those door stands over there. I can get the doors pulled off and I can work on painting this cowl up here down to there, and we'll move on to the next part of the job. I got a lot done today. I'm happy that's done. I thought I had done it, and then I looked back and I had it all marked out and I never did it, so I went and moved on to something else. But as for right now, looking pretty darn good.